Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. Most of us go through the hustle and bustle of today believing that we need to focus on this and that. But the question is, when do we give ourselves a chance to rest? In the silence. When do we give ourselves that chance to rest in the silence and get to know who we are? Let's discuss why it's important to just simply be alone. Number one, when you're alone, you start to love who you are and your own uniqueness, your own beauty. You start to love your quirks. You stop worrying about what the rest of the world is thinking, what your boyfriend thinks of you, your girlfriend thinks of you, what your family, your husband, your wife thinks of you. You just clear your mind. You clear your mind and listen to the self and understand the self. There's a saying, and I've stated before, know thyself. And you will know the creator, the gods, the goddesses within. When I actually experienced knowing who I am as a person, I stopped worrying about what other people said. And I started to really genuinely love me. I remember one time I even went and I looked in the mirror and told myself, from now on, no matter how bad it gets, no matter whatever happens, I'm going to love you till the very end of my life, until I decide this is all over. I told myself that because I knew how important it was to love myself and growing myself and knowing who I am instead of what the world tells you you are. Two, it brings peace. When you're by yourself, especially when you're meditating, this is why I constantly say, because of my friend, of course, don't meditate. Don't complicate meditate. When you are in your own peace, no one's around you, no hustle and bustle of cars or noise or people talking or anything or answering phone calls or any of that. When you're just by yourself, listening to the sound of who you are and the infinite beauty among you, of nature, of the silence maybe of being in a room, when you are doing that, it keeps you calm until you are learning more about being peace. Being peace is pretty important in today's society because most people believe in the illusion of stress. We get stressed at our jobs, we get stressed with our family, we get stressed with our other family. We get stressed with our boyfriends and girlfriends. We get stressed due to our beliefs. We get stressed over everything and we can't seem to figure out at times, how do we change that? It takes time to be somewhere silently by yourself like me. I'm here in nature. The silence is beautiful and grows who you are. And stopping everything, taking the time to be by yourself. It's like a car. If you leave the motor on too long, after a while, it may act funny. Your body is a vehicle. When you take moments to break it, besides going to sleep, you keep it going and moving forward. Number three, it keeps you out of the matrix. When you're alone by yourself, you get to learn things. When I was growing into who I truly am as a person, I was starting to learn things. I was reading a lot more. I had mentors who were teaching me. I was reading a lot of books on science, on history. I was reading a lot of books on different mathematics and information that could grow me and benefit me in understanding my soul, the chakras, so the manipulation of energy, psychic energy. Understanding all that information, and it grew me from within. The beauty of that is very important, because when you're outside the matrix, you start to see the illusions before your very eye. And then as time goes on, it's like a domino. Once one falls, everything starts to fall down. I believe that was number 3, or was that number 4? Anyways, the next one is it starts an awakening unlike any other. When you're by yourself, you take the time to really look and reflect on who you truly are as a person. And in my own experience of growing who I am, when I actually sat down by myself, there were times where I gained information. I was like, whatever. Some of it I believe, some of it I don't. And that's good one way or another. But I wasn't taking in a lot of information. I was only taking in half instead of wholeheartedly, and deciding from there what I truly believe is important. When I had actually taken that, and that was only a year or 2 back, I had actually started to create my own principles of what I felt about certain things. It's not about the morals. You focus too much on morals, that can cause a lot of trouble to you. When you focus on the principles you have that you've designed for yourself, and growing who you are is something that works for you personally. And growing who you are, and growing the beauty within, and knowing who you truly are as the God, the goddess, and the creator within. Because to know thyself is to know the creator within, who you truly are. So to everybody out there, have a good morning, have a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. Namaste.